Hey there, this is Lonnie T, March 7th, 2020 at Gold's Gym, Pasadena. I'm here with a young man named Joe Marino, who I first met in 1983. You're a young whippersnapper, just turned 20 years old.
Yeah, I was just turned, I was 20 years old then, and that was during the time that you came in. I started training with Rory, and yeah, man, that was a long time ago.
You know, going back to those younger years at Astro, you were probably the strongest guy in the gym, pound for pound, with a bench press of over 500 pounds at a body weight of what, 185 or 190?
I don't even think I was that. I didn't break 190 until many years later. I'd probably say I was probably about 170, 175. And because you remember back then when I competed as a lightweight. So I was in the lightweight class, competed at the 154 class at that time, and it was during my off season where I'd train real heavy and, didn't have anything to worry about. Didn't have to worry about injuries, didn't have to worry about that or anything. So
what was it like to train with the great Rory Liedlmeyer?
It was intense. It was intense. Me and Rory and Johnny and Bob Paris.
Johnny
Arnita, Bob Paris and stuff like that, and people like that, I should say. Me and Rory would still keep in contact, and it was. I still go back to the things that he taught me years ago.
Did you ever go into powerlifting? You lifted so much weight. I don't recall you actually going into powerlifting, but I may be wrong.
I never competed in powerlifting. I did compete in a couple bench press contests, and they were really non-sanctioned events. The one that I did compete in, I actually did a 535 bench.
How did you lift so much weight on that exercise, being so light?
I don't know. I've always been.
You were always a strong kid. You started lifting weights at about 12 years old, right?
I did. I actually. It's funny because I actually broke our high school bench press record when I was a sophomore.
Really?
Yeah.
Temple City High School.
Temple City High School, yeah. And during that time, the record was 385, and I wound up breaking it at 390, and the 385 was done by a senior.
I saw you, I think, at Fit Expo. I saw you win the Cal last year, but we didn't get a chance to talk. So I saw you at the Fit Expo in Anaheim, and of course, you'd expected nothing less than me pushing you to do my West Coast Classic in June, and thank goodness you are going to do it as a prep up to the Masters Nationals.
Right. It's funny because it was 10 years. It's been, 2007, 2017. So it's been 12 years since I competed before I won the Cal. And but I started getting in shape about a year and a half prior to that. So I started really.
And you came to my show last year and actually saw it.
I did.
And hopefully you were impressed, and that's why you're deciding to do it.
Exactly. That's exactly why. I mean, you wanted me to do it right after the Cal, and it's like I wanted to take some time off. I wanted.
So give me a year.
Give me a year, and because I wanted to. This is going to be my year to turn pro, and I have nothing standing in my way right now. To have the resources, have the time, have everything at my disposal. And now's the time to do it. And so I wanted to take that year off just to put on some quality size. They say you can't put on muscle, after the age of 35, 40, whatever. I think we wound up putting on about 23 pounds of muscle so far between the Cal this year and where I'm at right now.
What'd you weigh at the Cal last year when you won it?
I came in at 191.
191 at 5'7"?
5'6". Yeah.
So what are you looking at for the West Coast Classic and then eventually the Masters Nationals?
Wherever I come in ripped at. The way body composition is going right now, it looks like I'll probably be a heavyweight.
We filmed you today. Todd the Bod, Tatanchik, did the video. And I want to thank you because most people 15 weeks out from a show, so I'm not going to do any photo or video, or I'm not going to take my shirt off, but, people got to understand when they see you at 15 weeks out. No. Are you in contest shape? No. But are you in great condition for 4 months out? Yes.
Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons why I did it. Even though that I put on this size, my diet really didn't change that much from my contest diet. The only thing that really changed is I was able to eat what I want when I wanted it, but I really didn't, and my calories doubled. But it doubled with the same food, so I really didn't put on a whole lot of fat during the off season.
How do you feel at 15 weeks out? You're right on time. You feel good. You're strong.
I feel great. At where I'm at right now, I feel great. I mean, my diet, my coach, Eric Bowie, we've got my diet down. He knows what works for me, and I know what works. And, between both of us, we probably have, probably, I don't know, 100 years of experience between the two of us. And so if something isn't right, I'll bounce it off him, and he'll bounce it off me. And if he doesn't think that what I'm saying is right, he'll give me an explanation, and I'll go, okay, that makes sense.
We mentioned earlier, I think you mentioned earlier, after a certain age, people think your body just falls apart. Dexter Jackson's competing in the Arnold Classic today at 50 years old.
Yeah.
Johnny Jackson's at 49. They could have been high school classmates. Actually, Victor Martinez is 47.
46, yeah.
47, yeah. You're 57 now, but you feel this is the best you've ever been?
Oh, for sure. Absolutely, because I've had that time to put in. I've had no distractions between when I started getting ready for the Cal. I really had no distractions. And what's great about it is my wife. I got to mention my wife.
World champion, huh?
World champion. She's IFBB former world champion. Lori Cruz Hayden. And she knows what I'm going through. She prepares all my meals. I mean, down to the macro.
Trains with you.
She trains with me. She pushes me. She makes sure that my meals are done. Matter of fact, before she left today, she had to go do some church thing. Before she left today, she packed all my meals in my car.
The Masters Nationals, your main focal point. Are you trying to peak at the West Coast Classic, or
No, I'll come in. I'll probably be about 90-95% there, because I'll just have 4 weeks there. But don't worry, Ron, it'll be good enough to win.
Are you going to do the 40 and 50, or just?
I'm gonna at this point right now. I'm gonna do the 40 and 50.
How about if you look real good, do the teen, the open, the 40, the 50?
Maybe I'll even slip in bikini. Shit, let's do them all.
I don't think you can win there.
Let's do them all.
$109 entry. You get it in by the end of April.
Do I get a 20% break?
Well, it's an early bird. It's
if I do all the classes. If I do all the classes,
if you do 8 classes, I'll give you a break.
Okay.
I'll even buy the bikini for you.
No, you won't. It's $2,500.
Oh, $2,500. Not the one I'm buying for you. Yeah, I really want to take the time to thank you to come all the way down to Pasadena. I know you're in the midst of your contest training. It's a pretty day, a little cold, but nice. And
every day's a great day, Lonnie.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm really happy that you're doing the West Coast Classic.
Yeah, it's going to
I want to congratulate you on your success so far, and we're going to be watching you all the way through the West Coast Classic and the Masters Nationals, expecting you to come home with that pro card. Well, like I said, we're 15 weeks out. We want to get with you again if it's okay with you.
Absolutely.
Maybe in another 6 or 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Maybe put you at 7 or 8 weeks out from the show.
Yeah, for sure.
Give the fans an update of how you're coming along.
Yeah, I'd really enjoy that. I'd like that.
For Joe Marino, this is Lonnie T. We're over, we're under, we're out.